Heidi and Frank Show. If you watch TBS at all, you are aware of Sullivan and Son. It's their breakout comedy, and it's in the second season. Well, it will start on June 13th on TBS. And we have Owen Benjamin, one of the stars, outside waiting in the hallway. There he is.
Look at this guy.
Come on in, Owen. Have a seat.
Hiya, Owen.
Hi, how are you?
We're good.
It's good to have you on the show. It seems like we've had, let's see, Steve Burns been on the show. He's the star of Sullivan. So it's based around him. We've Ahmed. He's a friend of the show.
Of course.
And now you're here.
I'm here.
I love it. I love it. Owen is this has become, you have to know behind the scenes, because you are so massive and just a presence, right?
I know, you guys said I was 6'6". I'm actually 6'7", so I wanted that cleared up.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you looked bigger.
I got that extra inch recently.
I thought you looked bigger. Whatever you guys looking for. So, everyone's going, where do we put the chair? The chair, every guy's getting in and trying to get the microphone. Well, his head would be here. Where's the camera? And but I think we got it. We got it right.
We had Sammy, the 5-foot girl, who do the stand-in for you. So I don't know if the camera's even on you.
She just stood on the chair.
I can't ride on roller coasters.
You're actually too tall to ride.
I've never ridden a roller coaster.
Owen,
you're too big.
That's so funny. You're too tall to ride. I've never seen that line.
No, it's like literally, it's crazy.
Oh.
So it's not that fun being tall. And concerts are not fun. Everyone keeps telling me to move.
How about the guy that you go, hey, how's the weather up there?
Oh.
How's the weather up there?
I've beaten that guy quite a bit. His face keeps changing, but I keep beating.
How's the weather? And he just starts punching.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore. Stop it with that.
The weather's the same as it is down there. It's only a foot different. All right, Jolly Green Giant.
Hey, you play basketball?
Yeah, I know, and I'm not good at basketball either.
Oh, no.
So I'm always first pick, and then everyone gets mad. I played football and lacrosse. I just can't play basketball. It's not in my thing. I can only dunk a volleyball.
But they're expecting so much coming from you. A lot of pressure.
I can kill spiders on ceilings, though.
All right.
But women, they are attracted to the tall guy. I mean, obviously, when you're the tallest guy in the room.
Short girls and tall girls. Middle-sized girls don't really have an opinion.
Well, what would you call a middle-sized girl?
Middle-sized would be like 5'4" to 5'6".
Oh, all right. I'm tall. I'm tall then.
Yeah.
I'm 5'9".
It's great.
Yeah. So big girls like you.
Tall women like me, because they can feel small and they can look up. They can look up to kiss you, which kind of bums them out if they date someone smaller.
That is so true.
Like my mom's 6'1", and my dad's 6'4". She had to go taller.
Whoa.
Same with small girls under 5'3", because they want their kids to fit in.
They want to climb you.
Yeah, because they want their kids to fit in school. So
which one do you fall on? I mean, the most.
Those are my spectrums. I usually either date taller or small.
But there's no tendency to go, I really like the spinners, or I like the climb, the bigger
See,
girls.
I'm more emotional.
Yeah, see, Owen's more evolved
I care
than
about,
you.
like, how they think.
When we're cuddling, it just doesn't matter. We're right there face to face.
If they like Game of Thrones and white wine, I'll date them.
Owen Benjamin hanging out with us. He's one of the stars of Sullivan and Son. It's in its second season now. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Because Steve Byrne created the show, right?
Yeah, he's the man. He wasn't waiting around for Hollywood to give him a half Korean sitcom, so he wrote it himself.
Yeah, the show's based on Steve Sullivan, which is played by Steve Byrne, leaving behind his life in New York as a successful corporate attorney to take over the family bar in a working-class Pittsburgh neighborhood. And the bar stools are filled by Steve's best friends, and one of those best friends is Owen Benjamin.
That's right.
So you guys, I mean, you're all comedians anyway. Were you touring?
Yeah, we're friends. He wrote the character as Owen, and I had to audition for myself.
Really? You made you audition?
You're like, Steve, really? I got this, I think.
Yeah, no, they still... That's
it came down between you and another guy.
Yeah, me and another... I literally can't think of another Owen. Wilson?
Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
There you go.
He would have gotten it, though.
He's not tall enough to play you.
I
That's
know.
the beauty. Only you're tall enough to play you.
And Vince Vaughn produces it, who's also a giant.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. He's a fast-talking giant.
It's a great cast. I mean, obviously, you guys have to have so much fun on the set, just in between stuff. Because I know, like, when you're shooting that stuff, there's some time to kill.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
we're all, like, best friends. Like, Vince and Pete Billingsley, they're the executive producers, and they're, like, very close friends of ours. They've given us a ton of opportunities.
Pete Billingsley, Frank, is a kid from the Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and they've been friends for 20 years. And then Ahmed and myself and Steve have been friends for 7 years. And now Roy Wood Jr. is in the group because we needed a black guy.
Yeah.
We didn't have any black friends, so we had to make one. And
that is true. We should do that around here, by the way.
Yeah, we need a black friend on the show. Look around.
I know. It's a little too white bread.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. I feel comfortable here.
So now you have the Sullivan and Son comedy tour because you guys were just doing it, together anyway.
Yeah,
so
because we're touring with Vince. Vince and Kevin James did a tour that myself and Steve and Ahmed would be on. And we did 20 theaters, and we loved touring together, and we loved how that we could go to like local markets and touch base with people, and do radio and all that stuff. And so now we do that here, and we're doing Hermosa Beach tonight, tomorrow, and then Flappers Friday and Saturday in Burbank. And then once we wrap the show, we do the whole country. We do like 40 cities.
Oh yeah, because you're still in the middle of shooting the show right now, right?
Yeah, well we have 3 episodes done, and now we have another 8 weeks to go, and then we hit the road.
Now, when Steve was talking about doing the show, was it like, I'm thinking about this show, and if I ever get a sitcom, I'm totally, putting you in it. Was it that, like, for many years? Like, promises made?
No, it was pretty just organic.
Oh,
I mean, we didn't talk about it that much. Like, that's the fun nature of our crew. We don't really talk that much about entertainment.
Right.
We just talk like, what would you do and would you rathers?
Okay.
And then eventually
the cameras happen to be on.
Right.
Yeah, and then finally, Steve's like, I've been working with this guy, Rob Long, who's our showrunner, used to write on Cheers. And they came up with this idea, and he's like, I've been thinking about your character. And I didn't really think much of it because, out here, like, people say that all the time.
That's why I was wondering.
Nothing happens.
Right.
So I didn't really get invested. And then finally, when it starts coming to fruition, I was like, wow, this is really happening. And then I went out to test for myself, and then we got the pilot, and then they picked it up, and then they picked up another season, and we're still rocking.
The character that you play is Owen as well, right? This is the name of the character.
Yeah, I'm comedy Norman Bates, because I'm too close to my mom.
Yeah, and you're kind of dumb, right?
Yeah.
I've watched the show, and I mean, there was one episode in the first season where did you stop drinking beer and all of a sudden you became talented?
I learned Arabic. Yeah,
you stopped drinking.
Like Ahmed, I stopped drinking, and I get a job at a bank. I run a marathon. I'm just like, to Ahmed. That's really how are you doing in Egyptian dialect. And he's like, how do you know that? I'm just like I just found a Rosetta Stone, and like me being sober for like 3 days, everything changed. And then you realize that it's just this tragic character that's just held down by alcohol, but he's so much happier when he's drunk.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
And then you got a debut, like how you can, you're a pianist, right?
Yeah.
And so you got to play the piano, and there's
and my mom, Christine Ebersol, on the show is like a Tony Award-winning singer, so we got to do songs together, because I played piano since I was a little kid, so we got to do that.
Your dad's an opera singer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're both my parents are professors, but my dad's got a big music background.
Oh, Lord, so you had to learn how to play something. What else do you play besides piano?
I used to play violin, but I got too tall.
It was actually just a cello.
Yeah, but I was strumming a cello at parties.
He's that
He
guy.
held it like a violin. He's that large.
Sitting around the campfire.
Did your
All right,
dad
guys, who wants to hear the cello?
I mean, your dad being like an opera singer, when we woke you up in the morning to go to school, was it always like, hey!
Yeah, because my dad's also really fruity, too. Like, my dad's very fruity as a man. He's like, oh, hi. Like, very fruity. My mom's more alpha, so they balance each other very well. They've been married for like 45 years.
Does your dad
now.
know that you call him fruity?
Yeah, I used to do a bit about coming out of the straight closet to my dad. Because he had me playing, Bach when I was a little kid, and I'd go to operas, and I'd learn pottery, all this artsy, craftsy stuff, and I'm this massive human being who just wanted to play sports, so I used to do this bit about, like, I don't want to see Rent, Dad, I want to play catch with Mom. And my mom's like, come on, son. Because my mom's like this Wisconsin farm girl, 6'1", very powerful. And so it's very reverse gendered. And my dad's I'd be at football games, and my dad would be back to the game telling jokes to the moms. And my mom would just be like, sack him! You call that a hit?
That's the Sullivan and Son comedy tour, like Comedy and Magic Club, Hermosa Beach. You say that is tonight and tomorrow night, 8 p.m. You can go call the number, get tickets, 310-372-1193. That is tonight and tomorrow night. Then the Flappers in Burbank, Flappers Comedy Club, Friday and Saturday. And be sure, and you have to check out Sullivan and Son, the sitcom on TBS. If you haven't watched it yet, get into the second season.
June 13th.
Yeah, June 13th at 10. And you can hit me on Twitter at Owen Benjamin, because my hour special on Comedy Central comes on June 28th as well.
Oh my God, you're on fire.
Follow Owen. He has some good tweets all the time. It's like, I follow you on Twitter. I'm like, oh, it's Owen Benjamin. He's hilarious.
I like to tweet a lot.
He does.
Because I sit in airports a lot.
Yeah,
So I always just try and think of jokes.
You can always tell when you're traveling, probably, because there's a lot.
I overtweet.
Yeah.
It's like every 8 minutes. Like, have you thought about this?
Are you testing jokes to see, like, are retweets, like, Twitter laps, or what?
Yeah, kind of.
Testing your comedy.
I guess that would bomb. They get one retweet.
I know. Sometimes you don't really know, though. Like, sometimes if you do something that's, like, relevant, it gets tons of retweets, and then it'll bomb on stage.
Yeah.
Well, that worked on Twitter.
Yeah. It was trending.
Thank you so much, Owen, for coming in. Anytime, man. Anytime.
I love you guys. Yeah, and I live on La Cienega straight up.
So you're close.
Well, it's close distance-wise, but not time-wise.
Well, yeah, because it's La Cienega.
But I can always come down, though.
Definitely.
Anytime.
All right, cheers.
Be sure and check out the Comedy Magic Club tonight and tomorrow night for the Sullivan Son Comedy Tour. Thank you, Owen Benjamin. We're going to come right back. We are Heidi and Frank.
That was just a little sample of the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS. To get more samples like this and hear all the fun we have, you can do that at 955KLOS.com. Now, to get the show in its entirety on demand, and if you want to watch the show, we webcast it every day, all you have to do is go to HeidiandFrank.com and become a premium package member. Do it right now.